says there's a Kazaki-Doom sorcerer fancies himself the new master of Castle Drachenfels. There's no accounting for taste, I suppose. Still, we'd better not leave the Crooty on his throne. Who knows what mischief he'll get up to otherwise.
Oh boy, do a lot of people hate this map. Enchanters Lair. Playing the engineer. I thought I'd do another build with the, or another video with the crank gun here. It seems like there's a few people that are quite interested in that sort of thing, so I figured I'll do more of it. Naturally, like the last couple times I've shown to play engineer, I'm going to be using my crank gun for the majority of just about everything. Oh.
Let us not speak of this moment again.
And yeah, gonna just give a nice demonstration of it here. Naturally, for Chaos Warriors, we're gonna be using the Trollhammer still. You can't really use the crank gun with Chaos Warriors. Doesn't really work too well. But hopefully just the Chaos Warriors and monsters will be the only use cases for the Trollhammer. Everything else I'm going to be attempting with the crank gun. Assault's Pyre, a little worse for wear there. This isn't the best spot to be back here. I thought maybe I could get lucky and get an item right here. Sometimes it might respawn there on the pedestal, but not this time. Making use of that perilous overclock during the Sigmar shield bubble to replenish my entire ability bar without taking damage. I was hoping the bots would be behind me, but I can tell they're dealing with that assassin instead. Or I don't know what the hell they're doing. This is definitely a really rough start. Alright, we're moving. A very rough start trying to look for a single item. That, you know what? Sometimes it doesn't work out. I could save the Warrior Priest with this. I don't think I'm gonna. Oh.
This better taste good.
Looks like he's gonna be saved anyway. That's good.
Stay quiet.
I'm hesitant to go back here to look for another item. Alright, we're gonna bust that out for this. So there's a switch to open this up right here, but I'm going to keep it closed for now and let the horde kind of funnel in from the one side. Of course, there's no way I'm checking. Alright, whatever. Let's go. Good shield, replenish the ability bar. Let's try to keep it moving. They are. Yeah, okay. I was hoping they would teleport soon. They were stuck on a special there. I got a patrol here. I'm going to show how to deal with them. You deal with them as such. Whoa there, buddy. Take it easy. Seems like I lost the Mercenary amongst the chaos. It's whatever. Happens. Oh, wow.
Potion here.
Definitely want these potions.
Is that the word of a...
Woo! Sneaky wreck. Come on by me. Oh, alright, this isn't a good spot. Oh. Alright, we're gonna do some melee and generate some tempo off these rats here. I know I don't do enough of this, and it's a bit of a meme. And that's all it is. I don't recommend I don't ever recommend not doing you know, as little melee as I show doing this. But obviously, crank gun being as strong as it is, you wanna be shooting things, not shield bashing them. Ooh, lucky lead die.
A horde escaped, and every sentry save you already dead. If you'd been quicker, that gutter runner would never have cut you open.
That's not true.
What was that?
It's a damn Kasaki doom, that's what it is.
Get a quick reload on this. Blast him. Wizard just casually walking in front of me, no big deal.
Ooh, a secret door. Now, when we pulled across that wood, was a mad laughter.
So I want to emphasize again how very unorthodox the way that I'm playing is. As I've said previously, what I'm doing isn't something that everybody's just gonna be able to do, and it's not even necessarily sometimes just by playing engineer alone. I got a lot of experience playing Vermintide in general, and I call upon a lot of that experience to aid me in this kind of play style. Yeah, I figured I was gonna take that hit. Whatever. Oh. Experience that sometimes gets me downed. I'm not dead here. They're gonna save me. Eh. Damn near close to it though, huh? In fact, I'm gonna have them heal me with that med kit. But you know, sometimes you go down when you're playing this build. I find trying to play this type of build with the bots is a lot more difficult than with real people. Simply because all of the pressure comes to you. Playing this type of style with real people is a lot easier. Because then, you know, enemies will actually aggro onto your teammates. And, you know, aggro being drawn away from you is, of course, makes just about every aspect of playing this build just easier. So playing this with just the bots only can be pretty difficult. Oh god, they're stuck passing that back and forth. So I just want to emphasize that. Check down here for some items. Should be a couple of things, and there is.
I don't recognize this string that I see.
Yeah, playing with real people definitely they peel for you a lot better. You know, because obviously when they... What the hell is he doing? Obviously when you walk through a teammate, they're not gonna follow you, and the horde's gonna follow you with them. You know, so wherever one of your teammates holds is where you know, the enemies are gonna just be stopped. So you can actually have a little bit of breathing room. Obviously, specials are a big thing too. You know, real people tend to handle specials and stuff a lot more intelligently. And real people don't constantly walk in front of you like this, like the boss do. They do sometimes. I don't want to condone any kind of friendly fire. You should try to avoid friendly fire. when and if at all possible. Normally when people step in front of me when I'm playing a build like this, or I mean this just goes for any time I use any range weapons, typically when people walk in front of me, I just... Oh, fuck that. She cast that outside, yeah. I hate those Blightstormers that cast outside those windows, man. It's so cheap. But yeah, people who walk in front of me whenever I'm trying to do any kind of range attack, typically when they walk in front of me, a little thing in my brain like ticks off, and I tell myself I'm not allowed to even fire. You know, just to avoid that friendly fire altogether. That takes a bit of practice. But friendly fire goes both ways. You know, it's not just the people who commit the friendly fire. It's the people who, you know, who are receiving the friendly fire sometimes as well. You know, it's on you to not stupidly just walk into your teammate's line of fire. You know, like if you're gonna walk through a teammate that obviously has their weapon out, don't do that. You know, obviously, like don't walk through teammates that you know, have their ranged weapon out or trying to use it. I love to see it. I mean, like if you're going to walk through a teammate that is trying to, you know, do a range attack, at least have the courtesy to like crouch down, you know, like crouch through them, you know. Don't walk through their model, but if you're going to crouch through them so that they can still shoot over you, you know, it can be a hard thing to consciously keep in mind. I understand that. You know, like everything that I preach, it takes practice. And you know, sometimes you just have to trust that, you know, lines of fire that you're looking down, you just sometimes have to trust that, you know, if your teammates are already there, that they're going to handle it. Like right now, normally I wouldn't normally use a torpedo hammer on that chaos warrior I just used. Normally I wouldn't use that. If there were 3 of my teammates wrapped around a chaos warrior like that, there's no reason to shoot him with a Trollhammer torpedo. I know those 3 teammates of mine are gonna kill it. I know they have it. It's fine. You know, I'd be dealing. I'd be more of a burden than a help. You know, I might kill it immediately with the Trollhammer, but to deal that much friendly fire damage is just not worth it. With the bots, obviously, I don't care. Yeah, the bots aren't going to feel bad about me friendly firing them. You know, they're not gonna call me out. They're not gonna call me names and stuff. But with real people, you know, you gotta watch those types of things. Like I said, it takes practice. I'm thinking I might just stay in this room.
doing that, and I'll take your beard.
While this horde comes in. I'm trying not to, Warrior Priest, but you're making it really fucking hard. Is this sword not coming? Because I'm standing on top of the thing. I saw that one guy just kind of standing out there. There's a big chunk of them. Okay. Was that? Oh, okay. I find sometimes too, like when people friendly fire, they lucky leap die. I find that sometimes they take it. Like people are really sensitive to friendly fire sometimes. It's one thing if it happens like over and over and over again. Like I mean, somebody is, you know, if somebody's purposely trying to shoot you and you know kill their teammates, that's a whole nother story, right? That's just straight up toxic. But there are sometimes people who really do just friendly fire just a little bit too often. And I mean, I get it. Like it's annoying and it's detrimental at points. But I mean, there are some people who get so angry by it. And like I said, I understand it. But I mean, you can't let that stuff get to you so bad where the thing where how you respond is worse than the friendly fire, you know? Like you gotta watch your response in some, you know, some things. Like it's okay to get angry and upset, but I mean, this is just my opinion. I feel like you should still try to be, you know, somewhat tactful about the whole situation, somewhat reasonable, you know. Like don't. Oh my God, what's with these warfire throwers? Like you gotta, I don't know. Like people who friendly fire, you know, you can't take it too seriously if it's not something being done on purpose, you know. Sometimes you just gotta let people know, like, hey, can you please stop killing me, you know, like. And I really don't want to waste these.
What's your healing drop?
And
Hold still, Alan.
Thank what?
if it keeps happening, then you know there's a kick option. You know, if you got a teammate on your team killing everybody, not on purpose, but still being a huge detriment, you know, there's a kick option. It's a majority vote. You know, there's no need to get toxic. There's no need to insult. And I don't know. There's a lot of examples that you can use on, like, you know, when to not talk. Basically, I guess I don't really know how to go about describing it exactly. But I find that in like that I find like in like 95% of my games, maybe like more than that, maybe like 95 to like 98% of my games with other people, it can, like, the majority of the game, the entire game, can just be communicated through pings and quick chat, right? Like, you don't really need to communicate with people. Like, you don't need to talk to people in chat. You don't need voice chat. You know, a lot of gameplay can be done with just, you know, by instincts if people are good enough. And like I said, like just pings and quick chat, you know, like you don't really need to communicate. You don't need to force people to talk. I guess what I'm getting at is the old saying, you know, if you don't got nothing nice to say, then don't say it. It's just a long-winded talk with a long-winded opinion that I just gave to basically come to that conclusion. Why isn't he? I dodged the first one, but the second one got me. Should be able to just kind of deal with this pretty easily, I think. Try to stay away from the edges here the best I can. And you're done, buddy. Come on, come on. Oh my god, that wizard roll just saved me. Yeah, you're done. Norgloth the Eternal. Get out of here.
I hope this drop doesn't end in the dungeons. Healing supplies, Dory!
It's definitely promising.
Nice. Let's use his bombs. All right. Damn gates. Oh, love that line of Skaven rats. Come on, don't. Oh, I was gonna say don't do it to me, but it did it to me.
Some of the kids all remember it, but the rest.
It's simple enough. Bit of grey magic and a smidge of gold. Deal.
But not you, right?
I do like sometimes, like when you shoot at the bots, they try to dodge out of the way. Shit. Boss did pretty good actually. A couple of them went down a couple times, but yeah, it's all good.
Now let this be a lesson to all.
I'm actually surprised that none of them went down during that Chaos Patrol. That was actually pretty impressive.
Even a dwarf needs tending.
Sometimes they surprise me with how well they're able to survive. Because sometimes I think, oh, they're definitely going down here, but then they end up alive at the end of it, and I just wonder like how the hell they survive. Whew. That's a lot of damage. Very nice. GG.